Taehyung and Jungkook have a special way of showing affection for each other. Every time they share something, whether on social media or in public, the details of their actions connect, creating a canvas where their relationship becomes visible. These clues they leave are like pieces that, over time, fall into place, revealing a clear picture of their closeness. What's admirable is how they manage to express so much without saying anything directly, trusting that those who follow them closely will understand every gesture and glance. It's a silent but powerful communication that underscores the depth of their bond. In the latest video released by their company, something that stood out was that only Taehyung and Jungkook appeared with their cell phones during the shoot. This detail is significant because the other members didn't have them, which made them stand out from the rest. Taehyung's clothing also looked familiar, and that wasn't a coincidence. The recording was made on the same day he shared his personal photos on February 7th. This temporal connection reinforces the idea that these appearances are related. Another important point is the proximity of the locations where these events take place. The studio where those photos were taken is only 13 minutes from Jungkook's house. Furthermore, in one of the photos Taehyung posted, the man standing in front of him looks very much like Jungkook. When we put all these details together, everything starts to make more sense. These connections aren't unique, they're part of a pattern they've maintained over time, showing themselves to be increasingly united in the way they express that special bond that characterizes them. Taehyung and Jungkook continue to leave clear clues about their relationship when they appear together or separately. In one of BTS's recent videos, there's a scene where Jungkook is seen getting a tattoo on his hand. People who follow their story know that this tattoo is a special dedication to Taehyung. Additionally, Jungkook's clothes and hairstyle in those images are exactly the same as what he wore at the Hublet event. This creates another temporal connection that their fans easily recognize as part of their way of communicating. Even a small detail, like a car part in a photo, is significant, that Bentley looks very much like Taehyung's. The beauty of their relationship lies in this ability to communicate everything without words, knowing that those who care about them will understand every message. These two friends know perfectly well that their loyal followers can decipher everything they want to tell us through these gestures. Their connection goes beyond the ordinary, revealing itself in these signals that only they and those who pay attention can interpret. This way of expressing their affection demonstrates great emotional intelligence and a level of understanding that makes following their story even more special. Each new appearance becomes an opportunity to discover another piece of this beautiful romance they invite us to experience. The way they act together shows that they have their own language based on concrete actions and shared moments, creating a narrative that unfolds over time. It is this authenticity that has won over so many people who, to this day, closely follow every step they take together. The love between Taehyung and Jungkook is very special and can be seen in many different ways. Over all these years, they've learned to communicate without words, simply by looking at each other and making small gestures that show how much they care. Sometimes they do it so subtly that almost no one notices, but other times they show it very clearly so that everyone can see how deep their affection is. They've developed their own secret language based on actions that only they fully understand, but that anyone can appreciate for how sincere they are. This special way of communicating demonstrates how close they are, how strong the connection is that they've built by sharing important moments together. In that live stream, it was very clear how much they love each other when Jungkook forgot they were being recorded. He didn't care that they were in front of the cameras and simply followed what he felt in that moment, needing to tell Taehyung how much he loves him. He saved that special gesture until he was sure Taehyung had seen it, showing how much his partner's response mattered to him. Taehyung's reaction was immediate and natural, moving his hand behind his back in a very particular way. Anyone who witnesses that moment can see how sincere it was, how they responded to each other as if connected by an invisible thread. These kinds of interactions demonstrate how authentic their relationship is, how real their feelings are. One of the most beautiful things is when Jungkook looks at Taehyung with such affection, like in that moment everyone remembers. His eyes shone in a special way, showing admiration and a deep affection for his friend. It was as if, in that instant, Taehyung was the most important person in the world to Jungkook, the center of his entire universe. This special way of looking at him has always been like this, for a long time, only now it's more evident because they've grown up together. What's most touching is how Taehyung responds to that gaze with equally meaningful gestures, using that well-known Korean hand signal. When their eyes meet, they create their own world where only the two of them exist. The love between Taehyung and Jungkook is incredibly strong and has endured for a long time, overcoming every obstacle in their path. What's most wonderful is that their affection is equally reciprocal, neither one ever shows more. They both put in the same effort to keep this special connection alive, investing the same energy and time. This equality in their relationship is what makes it so resilient and admirable to so many. In a time when relationships often don't last, they have shown that true love can overcome anything. Many young people find inspiration in their story because it demonstrates that such a connection is possible. It's truly admirable how natural their love is, how it's expressed without overthinking, simply flowing from the heart. These aren't calculated gestures or moments meant to attract attention, they are simply honest expressions of a profound feeling. This spontaneity is what makes their relationship so special, so easy to believe in and admire. Over the years, we've seen their affection grow, how it has become stronger, yet without losing the essence that made them special from the very beginning. Their love proves that the purest feelings don't need grand words or exaggerated gestures to express themselves. The most beautiful thing about Taehyung and Jungkook's love is precisely how it manifests in simple yet profound ways. Sometimes, with just a look, they say more than many people can express with words. Their affection is like a treasure they've built together, nurturing every detail, every moment, every gesture. That's why so many people admire them, because they represent sincere love in a world that can sometimes be very complicated. This special connection they share demonstrates that when love is true, it needs no explanations or justifications, it's simply felt and clearly seen in every glance, every gesture, every shared moment. Seeing Taehyung and Jungkook together draws attention because their interaction exudes calm and closeness. When they share the same space, a special energy is palpable, one that doesn't need words to be understood. Their gestures reveal trust, as if every movement between them is natural. Their body language reveals genuine emotions, even when they aren't speaking. A shared smile can express both support and love. Their gazes reflect a connection built over time. The way they accompany each other demonstrates mutual respect and care. These details help us understand that their relationship is based on closeness and trust. The affection between them is evident in simple actions that hold profound meaning. A touch of hands or a shared laugh can speak volumes. These displays of affection reflect a bond strengthened by shared experiences. Every gesture seems to be part of something precious that they both carefully protect. The consistency in their interactions demonstrates that respect is a fundamental aspect of their relationship. Their way of interacting shows that small details can have great significance. This closeness allows others to understand the value of empathy. Thus, their relationship becomes an example of how to nurture a meaningful bond. Many people observe their connection and find in it a genuine source of support. In a demanding environment, mutual support can provide emotional stability. The way they are together conveys security in the face of the challenges they encounter. Simply sharing moments strengthens the trust between them. This type of relationship shows that respect helps maintain unity. Mutual understanding allows both of them to feel supported at all times. Their closeness inspires appreciation for the importance of loyalty. In this way, their bond represents a relationship based on constant support. Sometimes, external perceptions influence how their gestures are interpreted. Some people observe the same actions and reach different conclusions. This invites reflection on the importance of objectivity. When preconceived notions are set aside, their closeness is better appreciated. Their behaviors reflect trust built over time. Understanding this allows us to respect different ways of expressing affection. Every human relationship has its own way of showing love. Recognizing this diversity helps us value relationships with greater respect. The behavior of group members often generates different reactions. The same gesture can be interpreted differently depending on who performs it. This situation shows how personal preferences influence people's opinions. Reflecting on this allows us to understand the importance of equity. Observing without prejudice helps us recognize that everyone expresses affection in similar ways. Each person demonstrates closeness according to their personality and way of being. Understanding these differences fosters respect within the group. This promotes a fairer view of the relationships between them.